Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for being today with us for the Boost Grant Scheme info session. We are glad to have a big number of participants today. I'm really happy to see many names on our list. My name is Ivana Vilkova. I am the current director of the ALDA Balkans office and coordinator of the Boost program. So I'm today here with you just to shortly greet you. My colleague Maya Varoshlia is the project manager of this project. She will be presenting you a little bit about the project, a little bit about the general information about our regional sub-granting scheme. And today I have my colleague also Marina Tirpovska. She is our grant manager, so she will be also presenting you different parts of our grants, mainly the financial and the registration process. Boost is, of course, the acronym of the project, but it's a dear project for us, because it's financed by the French Agency for Development, or l'Agence Française de Développement. It's a 3-year project, and it has a budget of over 3 million euros for the 3 years. We'll be having 2 sub-granting schemes. So today you are present for the info session for our regional projects, but in the future, next year, we will have also a national sub-granting scheme. I don't want to take too much time from my colleagues, so they can explain you the process. They will give you some rules about today's meeting, because as you may see, the number of participants is great, so we need to follow several rules to keep the order of this event. And don't hesitate at the end of the presentation if you have any questions. We are here to answer all of your questions and concerns. So I invite Maya now to officially start the presentation for our regional sub-granting scheme. Maya, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Iva. And welcome everyone, and thank you for joining today's info session on the Boost Grant Scheme. We organized this session to provide you with the understanding on how the grant scheme works and how it can be support civil society initiatives across the Western Balkans. So for today's agenda, we want to give, just a second. Here it is. We want to give you the overview of the call for applications. So we will start with the summary of the grant purpose, of objectives and eligibility requirements for the applicants. Then we will talk a little bit about the available budget, about the sizes of the grants and funding allocations to help you to plan your project proposal effectively. After that, we will explain the full application process from registration to submission, along with helpful tips for each of the steps. And at the end, during the Q&A session, we will answer your questions to clarify any uncertainties. Before we start, I want to ask you to feel free to write your questions in the chat box during the presentation, and later we will address them during the last session, during the Q&A session. I will present just a little bit the Boost project. What is a Boost project? Boost is a project which is implemented by ALDA, European Association for Local Democracy. It's a 3-year project which stands for Balkans, the full name, the Balkans for Optimizing Opportunities, Sustainability and Transformation of Civil Society. The project is financially supported, as Ivana mentioned, by the French Agency for Development, and is being carried out in 6 Western Balkan countries, as you can see: Macedonia, Serbia, Montenegro, Kosovo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Albania. The project is being implemented in partnership with our partners, organization Leader from France and Pulse SOS, Pulse Balkans, and the local democracy agencies from Mostar, Nikšić, Zavidovici, Prijedor, Subotica, Central and Southern Serbia, Kosovo, and Urban Institute Research Institute in Albania. The purpose of this project is actually to promote the democratic, economic, and social development of the Western Balkans region within the context of EU enlargement by strengthening the civil society in the three areas, youth and entrepreneurship, and environmental protection and rural development, preservation of cultural heritage, and community development. The primary activities of this project is actually consisted of 2 rounds of sub-granting scheme, providing regional and national support to civil society organizations active in the 6 Western Balkan countries. What are the outcomes that we expect from this project? With the BOOST project, we are working on several important outcomes that we believe will have the lasting impact in the whole region. The first one is that we aim to improve the capacity of civil society organizations to drive sustainable development initiatives across all 3 key pillars of the project. This enhanced capacity will empower CSO to make a difference at regional level. Then we want to foster a stronger cooperation and partnership between civil society organizations and public institutions at the local, national, and regional levels. Building these connections will create a more unified approach to addressing the social challenges in the Western Balkans. And finally, we want to enhance shared values of democracy, peace, and inclusion of young people across the region. By promoting these values, we hope that we can create a more inclusive and democratic future, especially for the next generation. What are the priority areas of focus under this call? So, as I mentioned, there are 3 key pillars which are identified within the BOOST. And the first lot, as you can see, is youth and entrepreneurship. This lot focuses on empowering of young people by providing opportunities to develop entrepreneurial skills for launching businesses. Key activities should include youth entrepreneurship programs, startup competitions, and skills development initiatives, along with internship networks and innovation hubs to foster real-world experience and, of course, mentorship. Additionally, the project initiatives should support hackathons, regional mobility programs, and entrepreneurship forums to encourage collaboration and idea sharing across the region. The next lot is the second lot, which is rural development and environment. And this lot focuses on sustainable practices to enhance both the environment and the local communities. The key areas for project proposals should include developing a green infrastructure, supporting community-based forestry, and implementing habitat conservation strategies. This project, the project initiatives also should include and promote eco-friendly tourism, digital innovation in agriculture, and sustainable waste management to protect national resources and improve livelihoods. And the third pillar, which is the cultural heritage and community development. And this pillar aims actually to preserve and revitalize cultural heritage across the Western Balkans. So this includes supporting projects that protect traditional arts, promote community-driven cultural activities, and boost local economies through the cultural tourism and artisan support. Innovation is also the key within this call. So we encourage the use of new technologies like virtual reality and similar technologies to make heritage accessible and engaging for all, even for the youth. In the guidelines that are published within this call, you have the extensive list of indicative type of activities that might be financed under this call for proposals. So you can see more details about the possible activities in the guideline. We also identified some cross-cutting priorities within this call. When creating a project proposal, all projects must necessarily take into account these priorities. So the first one is, of course, active promotion of gender equality. The project should adopt a gender-sensitive approach by addressing unique needs of men and women as beneficiaries. So you should put efforts to ensure balanced representation, and project outcomes also should reflect a gender-specific impacts that will be done within the project implementation. Then we have the promotion of European values. Projects also should align with European values such as democracy, peace, particularly in the phase of pre-accession of Western Balkan countries to the European Union, because all of the 6 Western Balkan countries are in that phase. And then citizen engagement. Project must incorporate civic engagement initiatives and demonstrate partnership with local authorities and national institutions. What are the target groups that we identified within this call? As a direct beneficiaries, of course, there are civil society organizations that are working on these 3 thematic pillars that will fall under this scheme and will receive support through this program. They will directly benefit from the program on the regional level. Also, individuals or beneficiaries that are participating in all the sub-granting activities, networking events and capacity building initiatives within the Western Balkans can be considered as direct beneficiaries of this call. As a indirect beneficiaries are community members, and those are the people, the citizens in the 6 countries that will have benefit from project implementation, from improved quality of their life, from good neighborly relation and enhanced regional cooperation of the region as we move toward EU integration as countries. We must emphasize here that the focus should be put on young people aged from 15 till 29, and to make sure, as I mentioned before, to have equal participation of men and women, with a particular focus of disadvantaged youth from rural and diverse social economic backgrounds. It is predicted within this call that the implementation period for each of the projects is planned to be 14 to 16 months, followed by 1 month reporting period after the project activities are complete, actually after the project will finish. We predicted that the starting of implementation of the projects will be from March 2025, which is followed by a regional training session for all selected civil society organizations to receive funding. And the training is planned for March 2025 and aims to give organizations necessary tools and guidance on how to implement and enhance the project effectiveness. What are the eligibility criteria for the applicants? In order to be eligible for a regional grant, the applicants must be legally registered in one of the 6 Western Balkan countries, to be a non-profit making, to be a civil society organization or a regional registered network of CSO working in one or several thematic areas, pillars of the project. And here we are excluding political, faith-based, and religious organizations. The applicants should have minimum of 2 years of experience in one or more thematic pillars under this call, which the application is submitted. What is specific about this call? The specific of this call is that applicants must create a consortia that include at least three CSO from at least 3 different Western Balkan countries. So, for example, if the lead applicant is from Macedonia, then the co-applicants must be NGOs from Serbia and Albania. So this is unique and specific about this call. Of course, the co-applicants, partners should also satisfy the eligibility criteria as the lead applicant itself. Here, I want to make sure to emphasize that for this call, national branches of international organizations registered in the 6 Western Balkan countries are eligible to participate only as a co-applicants, as our intention with this call is really to enhance the capacities of national civil society organizations that are originating and operating in some of the Western Balkan countries. As well, I want to share with you that in accordance to the guidelines of the ALDA, the organization that is giving the funds for this call, we will screen all applicants against the Directorate General of the Treasury of Finance sanctioned list. So if any applicant appearing on this list, it will be disqualified from further evaluation. I really hope that there will be no such cases of appearing on the sanction lists. Okay, so about the number of applications per applicant. So the lead applicant may not submit more than 1 application under this call for application. However, it may be a partner in 1 other application of the same call at the same time. The lead applicant may be awarded more than 1 grant of this call for application. So 1 as a lead applicant, as second as a partner. The co-applicants may be partner and awarded as a partner in maximum 2 applications under this call for application. So to be clear, each NGO can be awarded with the financial support 2 times, either once as a lead applicant and once as a partner, or 2 times as a co-applicant in different application with different lead applicants. Now I think that I will leave to my colleague Marina to share a few details about the budget preparation and details on the finances. Marina, please.
Thank you very much, Maya. Thank you very much to all for joining us on this Boost info session, and also for your big interest in our regional sub-granting scheme. I'm Marina Terpovska, and I'm grant manager of the project Boost, which means I will be coordinating the whole sub-granting process from the very first moment of the applying and through the whole period of implementation of the sub-granted projects. This also includes mentoring, monitoring, capacity building workshops, and also the process of reporting when you will host your projects. Before starting with my short presentation with a couple of slides, I would like to share with you my favorite quote, a financial quote, because I have impression, actually I know from my experience that in the civil society world, there is an aversion when it comes with dealing with finances, administration, and documentation. So just like a crown won't stay on a head without a solid structure, a project simply cannot succeed with solid financial and administrative procedures in one place. So without an understanding of the essential components and elements of finances and administration, our groundbreaking ideas will remain just ideas and won't see the light of the day. My point here is that if we want to implement successful project, we have to invest and build in the financial and administrative procedures in our organizations. So Maya, the first slide, okay. I will start with the golden financial rules that if you follow, you are on the right track to prepare effective budget. First one is value for money, and to respect the three economic principles: effectiveness, efficiency, and economy, which means that you have to keep in mind whether the budget is proportional and reasonable for the proposed budget design, time frame, mean outputs, and results. Also, you should keep in mind when you prepare your budget to have the activities to be in a correlation with the budget. So please avoid cases where you have proposed activities, but it's not budgeted, and vice versa. To have budgeted some activities and you don't have them in the project description. Also, you should avoid unjustified, unrealistic, and overestimated costs that do not seem to be justified by the activities or by the outputs. And also costs should be also related by the real prices in the country of reference. So please do a little bit of market research when you are preparing your budget. If you apply all these rules, then you're on the right track to prepare an effective budget, which is very essential during the project implementation. It will guide you through the process and to implement successful project. So please, when you prepare your budget, ask the crucial questions: whether my budget is balanced and is the budget realistic? Okay, the next slide is about the allocation. Maya, can you please just, okay. We have allocated, we have projected a total budget of 450,000 euros for this lot. And it will be divided into 6 projects funded across the 3 pillars. And our tendency will be to support 1 organization per country, or to respect the rule of equality between the countries. The maximum amount for that could be required from Boost is 60,000 euros, and the minimum is 42,000 euros, which means if you require from Boost 60,000 euros, your co-financing part will be 20%, or the total amount of the budget should be maximum at 75,000 euros. This is in the next slide, where we want to say that the maximum eligible cost for the project, and that will be financed by Boost, is 80%, and the amount of 20% should be covered by your own sources. I would like to point out here that because this project is not funded by Commission, you can try to find some funds by European Commission or somewhere else. But 20% it should be covered by the organization. That's it with this slide. I would like now to share the budget form. Maya, okay. Can you see the budget? Okay, great. So this is the budget form that you should fulfill while you applying for this project. We tried with the team to make it as simple as possible. It's already well-known budget for basically all projects. We have maximum five headings, yeah. HR costs, travel, equipment and supplies. We have costs for project activities. These are programming costs. And also we have some projected some costs for visibility. So for HR, and these are all eligible costs. This is in the first sheet. And in the second sheet, we have budget guidelines just to help you how to, and to give you direction how you should fulfill the budget. So in the first heading, we have human resources, where you should propose salaries for the people that are engaged in the project, and the maximum amount that you can go is 40% of the budget. And this means that you can't plan just the people who are internally involved in the organization. For external people, you will pay fee, or you will plan it as an expert. So this heading, human resources, are just for people who are internally in the organization as employees. In the second heading, we have travel. So if your project has, or you are planning some travel costs, you can fulfill this heading here. We have international travel and local transportation. Here, if, for example, if you use your own car, we have limited 0.25 euros per kilometer for own car. And for the other costs for travel, like tickets, it can be also put here in the travel cost, with the proper documentation, of course. Then we have equipment and supplies, and here the maximum amount that you can go is 20% of the total budget. If you are planning some activities that needs purchasing of a low value equipment, you can add here. Also, we added operational costs if you have some maintenance costs for the office, for functioning of the office, like rent and other utilities. You can also plan it here in the heading 3. All the project activities are based in the heading 4. And how you will fill the heading 4, we have in the second sheet, in the right hand side of the second sheet, where we give an example how you can fulfill and how you can plan your costs. So all costs that are connected with the activities, with events, with the conference, goes in the heading 4 of the budget. And at the end, we put visibility cost, and we limited the visibility cost to 2% of the total budget. Here, I just would like to let you know that we have put in formulas for all headings and to summarize the amounts. So please, if you have a need to add a row or a column, or row, not column, and then you should take care of the formula, because maybe you can make the disorder of everything. But try to fit in these headings. This is my advice. And here at the end of the table, I put formula to calculate 20% of the total budget that you should fund it by yourself. So if I put, for example, 60,000 euros, and your co-financing part is automatically calculated at 12,000 euros. When you apply to the project, you should also send us Excel table, the work version of the table, and also we will require scanned copy, signed and stamped by the organization for the project proposal. This is, I think, more or less everything about the budget. I might now try to guide you to the little bit to the registration and how the process will go step by step. If you want, when you're preparing your documents for applying first thing that you should do is to register it on the Boost platform. The Google form is very simple. We require organization name. We require a short name of the organization. We are doing this because we are making a list of registered organizations. So to avoid very long names, we are requiring here from you just short name of the organization. For example, if your organization is Foundation Info House, you should put here just Info House. Please don't put not applicable, not available words. So you need to put your name of the organization. We require contact mail of the organization, for phone number of the organization. Then we have contact person, the mail of the contact person with which we can communicate further on. Then we require address of the organization, city, and the country. We have listed the 6 Western Balkan countries that are eligible, that are our partner countries in the project. And then you should choose maximum up to 3 area of expertise or what your organization is dealing with. Now it goes number 11, type of the organization. We have added here because of the eligibility of our criteria of the project. The eligible organization that can apply are either national civil society organizations or a national branch office of an international organization, but that are legally registered in the 6 Western Balkan countries. So you have to choose here, either you are national civil organization or national branch office. Why we are doing this? Because just national civil society organizations can be lead partners. National branch offices can be just co-applicants in this call. Also, for us, it's important year for this of registration because our main criteria is to be registered minimum 2 years from this call. And also we require TIN number or number where you can prove that you are legally registered in one of the 6 Western Balkan countries. Then the documents that should be uploaded in PDF are confirmation of registration. And so far, as I have saw, now from your registration, you are doing good. You are uploading the registration that should be, but what you are making a mistake is with the statute. We are requiring original, but attach the unofficial translation in English, because further on, when the assessment process will come, we have to look at the statute with in English version with selection committee members who are not local language speakers. So please try to translate your statute in English informally. Then we require financial reports, either in income statement or you can put 2. You can attach 2 income statement and balance sheets from 2022. Also income state and balance sheet from 2023, and narrative report and or portfolio also from the last 2 years. Please upload these documents also in English version. And at the end, you have to click it's not circle, this, I don't know, okay. So you will submit your form. After that, you will receive your registration, and in the process, you will receive either mail that it says you are registered in the platform, or mail if we ask for additional documents, or you will be rejected if you don't have the minimum requirements for this call. When this process finish, then you are going to the application process and start to fill in project application, annex documents, budget form, and everything, and you can actually apply to this call. I don't know if I forget something. Maya, could you remind me where I am in the registration? Because I'm just sharing the.
Yeah.
I
I
will
think
stop sharing this.
yes. So just to be clear, so the process itself, just a second, the process itself is actually first. Can you see? Yeah. Can you see my screen? Okay, so first you need to register to our Boost Grants platform, because there is a process of checking the documents and the registration of the platform. Then on the website itself, there is a package of the documents that are needed for this grant application. So those are the budget form, the logical framework, application, declaration that needs to be signed by the partners and the lead applicant, of course. So you need to download them, to fill them, and then to upload after you will receive confirmation that you're registered on the platform. You can upload them on the platform, so we can see all the documents that you have uploaded. So that's the process that will be done within this call. First, the registration, you download the documents, fill in, make a consortia partnership with other NGOs, and then you upload the documents, and the application process is finished. As you can see, the deadline for submission of application is 27th of December. It's the end of the year. So after that, you cannot upload any more applications and documents to the platform.
To add a little bit, Maya, about the deadline, because the registration process is ongoing. Please don't wait to register before the deadline 2 days, because we need just a couple of days to check your registration documents, and then you can apply. But don't wait until the end to register yourself in our registration list.
Yes. Okay, so what about evaluation? As you can see, there are several evaluation steps, and this process is consisted from first administrative checking the eligibility requirements, whether it is fulfilled, and whether all documents are completed for the application. Then the next step is actually evaluation of the quality of the applications received from the CSOs. And the final evaluation is reaching the final decision for awarding the applications. What are the criteria? You can see the criteria regarding the evaluation. So of course, the first one is the relevance of the project application, whether is it in line with the objectives of the whole and regional significance of the project. Then the second one is design of the action. So the clarity in targeting specific groups, and of course, addressing the cross-cutting issues. Then the next criteria is implementation approach and sustainability. And here the special attention will be given on intended impact to the communities, and of course the sustainability of the actions beyond the project lifetime, so whether the action can be sustainable after finishing of the project. Then there is a criteria of financial and operational capacity. So here we can see the applicant's experience and capability to manage the project, and budget and cost effectiveness of the action. As Marina mentioned, whether the budget is in line with the activities and efficient use of resources that are in the budget. Maximum total score will be 100%. And the eligibility will be, evaluation will be done by evaluation committee. Here is you can see the indicative timeline for this call. And as we predicted, we published this call for grants for application on 25th of October. The info session is happening now. Deadline for requesting any clarifications regarding the call of application, along with your questions here that we will discuss later, is 12th of November. We will issue all the answers until the 14th of November. As mentioned, deadline for submission of a regional application is 27th of December. We will use January and February to do the evaluation process. So, and in the beginning of the March, we will announce the results from the selection. So we will announce the winners. And in the beginning of March, it is planned to be organized the regional training that I mentioned before. That will be organized, and all the awarded CSOs actually will be obliged to attend this training. And during the training, we will sign the contracts, and officially we can say that the implementation of the projects can start in March 2025. So those are our plans and our dates for implementation within this call. And here I will stop, and just a second, I will stop, and maybe we can continue with the questions and answers that you have with regard to this call. Thank you, and I will just stop sharing my screen, and we can see we can check the questions that are in the chat box. Okay. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. Do we receive PPT? Yes, you will receive the presentation from this the info session, and also the PPT will be put on our platform on the website. Okay, now let me see my profile. Is it possible to include in the partnership partners from EU countries, which would bring a concrete expertise such as Spain and France? Of course, you can include partners from European Union countries that can bring expertise, but the money should be spent on activities within the Balkan region, within the 6 Western Balkan countries, and the payment cannot be done for experts out of this region, out of these 6 Western Balkan countries. Okay. So what else we have? Whether all project proposals have to include youth representatives, or it's not must be, or it is not must for the project which are related under 2 themes: environmental protection and cultural heritage. We believe that involvement of youth is essential for this goal, so it is mandatory to include youth in your project proposals and in the activities, because we consider that besides enhancing the capacity of the CSOs, we need to enhance and to work on engagement of the youth in the region for different topics for developing of the societies. That's why we think that it's a must that you include youth in the projects. Then, if one applicant applies on regional grant, can the same applicant apply for national grant when it becomes active? Unfortunately, if you, I'm not sure, is it unfortunate, you cannot be financed twice. Within different calls for application. Either you receive grants from regional call or from national calls. Okay. Based on eligibility criteria, can the lead applicant and co-applicant both be from Kosovo, different organizations? Okay, so the lead applicant and co-applicant, both, they cannot be from Kosovo. It can be, of course, if the lead applicant is from Kosovo, then it needs to have two partners from different countries. And of course, the lead applicant also, the co-applicant also can be from Kosovo, but in consortia with two other organizations from different countries. So, of course, in the same project, the lead applicant and co-applicant cannot be the same people, the same organization, sorry. Problems with connections. Okay, we will put the video on our website so you will see it. Okay. Is it possible to apply for the national grant as a partnership of two Albanian NGOs, or it is mandatory to be consortium of 3 NGOs from different countries? As we mentioned, it has to be consortia of 3 different NGOs from 3 different countries. You are encouraged, and you can make your own partnership within the country. So it's not forbidden, it's encouraged also. But the lead applicant and the co-applicants must be from 3 different countries. I think that we have a question here, or maybe we should just finish the question round from the chat, and then you can ask questions. We can continue. Travel should be calculated by kilometers and price per kilometer. Marina?
Yes, that's true, per kilometer. And the calculation goes 0.25 euro per kilometer. And you can always download the Google map from place A to place B to calculate the kilometers, how kilometers is actually you need to travel, and then multiply by 0.25. So yes, per kilometer. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Apart from 2 partners from other countries, can we include additional partner from our country? Yes, you can include it, but official, you need to have 2 other partners. And you need to count your expenses with regard to implementation of activities and dividing the funds between the partners, of course. Is it possible to have 4 partners from 3 countries from Western Balkans? Yes, it's possible. Regarding the 20% of co-financing, the slide was only briefly, but I think it said that in-kind contributions did not count. Does this mean that only financing from other donors is allowed for co-financing? Marina?
Yes, other donors are allowed, but not in-kind contribution. In-kind contribution, as you know, is a contribution for goods or services other than money. So we do not accept in-kind contribution. In this stage, in the project proposal stage, we don't ask to divide your budget 80% from Boost and 20% from other donors. We just need to see what are your planned activities in the budget. And then when it comes the stage of before signing the contract, we will go into the details where will be, I mean, how you will finance this 20% of co-finances. But yes, you can finance this 20% by other donors.
Thank you. So when apply option will be available on the platform, actually we will put apply option immediately after this info session. So it can be, it will be available for registered organization that can enter into the platform, and the button will be available so you can upload your document. I forgot to mention, Please, all of you, we made some minor changes in the budget structure for the within the documents that we uploaded. So please, if you already uploaded the package for documents for the application and the guidelines, download it again with the changes that we made within the budget. So please do it again and work on the new documents that are at the platform at the website now. Do we use the same template for the budget of lead applicant and co-applicants partners? Actually, only the lead applicant, they are the ones that are responsible to create a project application, to write anything inside, to create a budget that will, of course, inside that will predict financial allocation money for the partners, but only the lead applicant is applying with the project. Okay. Is partner from EU countries allowed? We mentioned several times that only partners from Western Balkan countries is allowed to participate. Please specify if each partner prepares their own budget and will send it all, or do budgeted activities for partners included in the project need to be in one. Only one budget. So lead applicant is sending application and budget. And all documents that needs to be, of course, declaration for partners needs to be signed and stamped from all the partner consortia. You have the instructions within the guidelines on how to prepare and what documents to prepare and who will need to sign and stamp what. Okay. So I have a question regarding the type of organization. Namely, we are a regional organization, Parks Dinarides, that brings together managers of protected areas from 8 countries. We are based in Podgorica and we are implementing project mostly in Montenegro, but regionally as well. Does this mean that we could not be a lead applicant? Thank you. No, you cannot be the lead applicant because it is for national NGOs. So if you are a regional organization that is registered in one of the Western Balkan countries, yes, you can be. But if you are an organization that the headquarters is somewhere outside of the Western Balkan countries, then you can be only a co-applicant in this form. So if you are registered in some of the Western Balkan countries, you just send your registration from that country. And if you are registered under the laws in different Western Balkan countries for civil society organization, then yes, you can. Okay, we are a grantee of the regional call. Are we eligible to apply also on the national call in March? I've mentioned that only once you can receive funds from the BOOST project, so either from national or regional grants. Can we have the list of today's participants' organization in order to facilitate the creation of partnership? In the platform of BOOST grants, there is also a list of NGOs, civil society organizations that are registered on the platform. They have a public, we have published their contacts. And the purpose of this list is actually to facilitate and to help to organizations to find themselves and to connect between them regarding the creation of consortia. So you can go on the platform, the list is public, and you can find the organization that is maybe with the same expertise and field of work, and you can contact them and make a consortia with them. And that's the exact purpose of the list that we have on our platform. Okay, what's next? Opportunity. Okay, we have one participant that shares their contacts. Anyone can see them, so if they want, they can connect between themselves and maybe they can work together on a common application. What about financing? Is it pre-financing or?
Yeah, we will have 3 tranches. How will be the percentage of each tranche? We are working on it now, but it will be, yeah, it will have pre-financing after signing the contract. I can't answer you how much it will be the percentage, maybe about 40, but I don't want to speculate now, but it will have 3 tranches, yeah, for sure. And after signing the contract, you will get the first tranche.
Thank you, Marina. I see more information about connecting in the chat. So that's good. You can see it. You can all see it and see if you can make some connection. Do we must have a partner NGO or is not necessary? Of course, you have to have at least 2 partner NGOs from different countries of yours. I think that we answered the question about the expertise from Europe. Yes, they can offer expertise, but they cannot receive funds or and cannot be official partner. Is it in-kind contribution eligible?
No, as we said, in-kind contribution is not eligible. Because these are donated goods and services, they're not other than money there, and we don't plan this as an eligible cost.
Okay, since it started that in-kind support is not accepted, could we still, for example, consider the free accommodation for participants during activities as part of our own contribution, given that accommodation is a necessary expense for the activity? Is there a way to represent this as a contribution, or would it still fall under in-kind support?
If you have supported documentation about that, if you can provide invoice, then it's okay. But who will issue this invoice? You have to have properly supported documentation. But we can't accept in-kind contribution in a way to accommodate the participants in apartments, in flats, and etc. So you have to have proper invoices.
There is a question about registration on the platform. So has to be registered lead applicant or co-applicant? No, you're registering only as a civil society organization, but only the lead applicant will upload documents with all necessary documents for application. You're registered on the platform, but you're not supposed to as a co-applicant, you're not supposed to upload the documents. Okay. What else? We answer about the partners from EU. Is the budget item travel cost intended only for project staff? For example, we are planning an activity where we will bring together students from the region and plan their travel expenses, accommodation, etc. in the budget. Should this cost be listed under travel cost, or should they fall under the activities?
Under the activities, for sure, yeah. All costs that are connected with events, meetings, conferences, and travel of the participants should go to activity costs.
Okay. We answered that the budget cannot be divided between co-applicant, lead applicant, and co-applicant. Documentation for applicant just for lead, or its obligation for all co-applicants. The lead applicant is contacting the partner CSOs that are interested to participate in the call. They are providing, they communicate between themselves in order to organize and to think of the activities that they will implement together. The co-applicants are sending all information necessary to lead applicant to be put it in the application form, and then the lead applicant is collecting all the information, and only one application is submitted. Okay. Can we apply as a vet school? If you are registered as an NGO, civil society, yes, you can. Okay. Best of luck. Okay, so I think that all of the questions that are in our chat box will be answered, and we will issue a document. We will issue a document with questions and answers of all your questions. Now we can start with your questions, and please raise your hand and just tell the organization where do you come. So do we have someone waiting for? Okay, we have Zef Shala, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, just to remind this. Hello from Kosovo. I am Zev Shala, Executive Director of Mother Teresa Society. And with in the right part is my colleague from Novi Sad, the Center for Regionalism organization, who worked together 20 years together with the project Civic Dialogue between Kosovo and Serbia. And we are interested to apply in these projects, and it's good things. Many questions I have read by you. Is it been okay to apply Kosovo to be lead applicant and co-applicants to be from another two countries? It's okay. We know that we are ready to apply to be a lead applicant. And for the platform, it must to be all registered in platform lead and co-applicants together. But to the documentation, when comes time to apply, is just for my part or lead applicant, and that is okay. And just for information, budget, we have to apply 80% plus 20%. It's 100% example, 60,000 euro plus 15 euros has to be 75,000 euro. That is 20%. In opposites, it's 15,000. And could we report has to be for 75 euro thousand or just for 60 euro? Then your budget, your fund. That has been my question, and we like to know that. And another things, it's okay, and we will find a new download all the new budget documentation and put information in new documentation, because we have all, but we see that it's some different between old and youth, and that is just last question. Reporting, budgeting, just 80% or plus 20% together. And thanks and hello from my colleague Alexander Popovic from Center for Regionalism. That's we are both here. We are not just one, two partners here together with you. And thank you for the attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zefshala. I will try to answer your question. Yes, you are right. The calculation goes backwards. From 75%, you divide 20% from your own sources and 80% from Boost Grant. And you will have to report the total amount of the budget, because we would like to see and would like to know how you have spent this 20% of the budget too. So you will report with a supportive documentation the total amount of the budget. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we have Tara. Tara, please.
Yes, hello from Artifact from Belgrade. I hope that you could hear me just fine. I've listened carefully to everything and I understand mostly all of it, but as Artifact is a cultural and NGO, of course, cultural organization, we have several projects which are concerned with the theme dealing with the past, and especially of the wars of the 90s, and we have some artistical projects dealing with that theme. And I was wondering, do you think it's a good idea to apply with this of the third? I think it was your third idea, dealing with the past, heritage. Is it heritage on some traditional level, or it's also a political heritage, intellectual heritage? And I'm wondering how to understand this part of the proposal and the call.
So within the boost call, we have prepared exhaustive list of activities that might apply within these three. Just a second. Within these three pillars. So I think that yes, in one part, dealing with the past is part of the cultural heritage. And you can just go into the details of the guidelines and see whether the activities can fall under this pillar, because of course it is a part of the cultural heritage, but you need to check it how to phrase it and how to make it in the frame of this call, because it is a little bit different. Yes, but the idea is actually to promote traditional cultural heritage, ecotourism, and things like that, in order to enable development of the region of the Western Balkan countries and democratization. So please feel free to check it and to see whether it can fall under the guidelines. Do we have some other?
I might just remind you, for those who are already registered, to check your spam folders, because the messages might go, confirmation or additional info messages can finish in your spam folders. Please check your spam folders while you're in the registration process. Thanks.
Do we have some other questions? I don't see any other questions. Or we also have one message from our partner from Montenegro. It's the ALDA from Montenegro. So Kerim is offering their support in finding partners from Montenegro. So you can check ALDA Montenegro website and contact Kerim if you need to find some other potential partners from Montenegro. Okay. Regional training, please explain. So the regional training actually is planned to be held in March, where all the civil society organizations that will be supported with this regional scheme will be gathered, and they will receive training first about the project cycle management, about the requirements of the project, about how to report the budgeting, the narrative reports, and how to enhance your skills in managing the project. And then it is planned the next 2 days to be held a training on the 3 pillars that are involved in this call, in the Boost project, actually, in order for the participants to have even deeper knowledge of the topics that are chosen, in order to make a more quality activities during the implementation of the project. So that's the idea of enhancing the capacities of the CSO that will be part of this granting scheme. Okay. Do we have another question? If not, I think that maybe we can close this session. We don't have, okay. So if we're done, thank you very much to all of you for participating in this info session. You can send your questions on the Boost Grant email address, which is inside all the documents that are available on our website. I wish you all the good luck and success with sending project applications, and we will issue all the answers to your questions until 14th of November. Okay, thank you again and have a good day.